I just love this idea of self personified self doubt. Especially when, we live in an era in which we just so internalize judgment, not even based on just how we feel about ourselves, but also based on external forces as well. So, the way that it was kind of personified how the person across the table from him basically started as him, went to like his mom, I'm assuming his girlfriend, all that. Like kind of seeing how there are different forces, internal and external, that impact how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself. And it just is a very relatable piece. So I really liked it in that regard a lot. Um, I really like the use of close ups and racking focus as a way to kind of signify how overwhelmed he was feeling, about how he had basically was like, like the angel devil on his shoulder, like he wants to just enjoy his life and, eat an egg. Whereas all these external forces are like, there's a lot of cholesterol in that, you'll blah, 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 blah. Like, always those seeds of doubts kind of going back and forth, and kind of just having to come to terms with the fact that there are ups and downs in life and you have to just kind of take everything with a grain of salt. Of course, like too much of something is a bad thing, but at the same time, you want to live your life. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, don't eat 6 eggs, but like, eating one egg won't kill you. If that's how you want to enjoy your morning, why not? Go for it. I really liked it. I thought it was great. That was a great concept for a short.
Liked what the writers and the filmmakers did on how they gave a personification to his inner critical voice, how we were seeing that and experiencing that with him. For the actor that they chose, nice ink. Really, really awesome ink job on him. But I liked the story from beginning, middle to end. I liked how it changed, and the critical person changed between it being himself, his mother, his ex, and all of that. I think this was really, really well done.
I thought it was, short and effective. It was potent, is what I would say. Um, as far as like yanking us in and gripping us for 3 minutes, you know. Um, I thought the acting um was done well. I like the editing as far as like creating emotion, as far as like specifically like when you cut to the close-ups and like the mouths moving and blah 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 and like the fat, 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 fat. I thought all that was very effective. And I felt it. And even though I'm like a beanpole or whatever, like I could feel the uncomfiness of what bro was feeling. So I thought that was effective.
I think it highlighted that your relationship with yourself and however that looks, whether like this was centered on your body, your own body image, or your self talk, like how you kind of think about yourself, the words that you use to, describe yourself in your own head and things like that. Um, I think that this did a really great job of highlighting just how important that relationship is with like within your own self. Um, and it doesn't matter what the gender is, it doesn't matter, anything else. Other people can definitely influence that and help contribute to good or negative self talk and, self image and things like that. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's kind of responsible for that relationship. And I think in a lot of ways, it can be the most important relationship of your life. And I think that it oftentimes doesn't really get talked about and doesn't really get addressed, not in a very obvious way like this. So I thought that this was really, really well done. I thought this was really, really important to kind of point out. And I really did love it. I really did think that it was like I said, really well done, and pointed out how important that is, how important it is, and not just because of the other people that had clearly influenced, his own self-image and his own self-talk, which you could see and you could, see that kind of influence, but also because at the end of the day, he conquered that. He, was rising above and prioritizing a more positive side of that, which I thought was fantastic.
I also loved how the character is facing these various people that sort of forcing him to eat in front of him. Basically, how we can interpret this is that it's his mind telling him to do these things and how he refuses, which we can see through his character. And in the end, he finally does get to stand up for himself, which was a great character arc for his character, even though it is a 3-minute short film, but we get to see a whole new version of his character towards the end.
I feel like this is like one of the topics that we might like misfocus when we talk about relationships, which is a relationship for oneself, like with ourselves. So I feel like this short film is pretty like well done to bringing like this topic out, like to say, and I think it's easy to follow. Like the performance of the actor is good. The narration is like complete in itself. So I feel like it's a well done short film to watch.